Welcome to episode 152 of the Epic Film Challenge, and for this episode, for this portion of the challenge, for this film, we went to my good friend Denzel's house, or his flat. He's got a new place, so we went over there and watched a film. We watched Gremlins 2. I think it's called The New Batch. I tried looking up on Wikipedia, but my laptop's just like, nah, and now you can't do anything. So yeah, Gremlins 2. Used to love it when I was a kid. We've already done Gremlins 1 on this channel. Yeah, Gremlins 2. Wow. Wow. Let's just say I spent 80% of the film just going, really? Did that just happen? Like, I really enjoyed it, and it's really funny because of the ridiculous things that happen in it. The storyline is that the two main characters, the guy and the girl, forget their character names. They now live in New York, and they work in this big corporation building in New York. And basically Gizmo escapes from where he's being kept with the old Asian guy, and he dies, and his place is getting knocked down. So Gizmo escapes, and he's caught, and he's taken up to this building by this guy who experiments on animals. And somehow the main guy, the main character, I really should know his name, Billy. Somehow Billy finds him, and anyway, Gizmo ends up getting water on himself, and then Gremlins come out, and the whole building gets overrun with hundreds and hundreds of Gremlins, and then they start drinking all these kind of potions and stuff. Not potions. Why did I say potions? Drinking all these like kind of different like in this lab basically. So you get like Gremlins with wings, Gremlin who can talk. And then it just gets ridiculous, where there's like a Gremlin who's a vegetable, a Gremlin who starts cross-dressing. It gets really mental, and some of the stuff that happens is so beyond it. It's just
brain gremlin.
Yeah, I said that. Got a Gremlin that can talk, and it just becomes a parody of itself. There's so many like, well, how did that happen? Well, where did he get that from? You know, and just like, you know. At one point, there's like a guy reviewing the first Gremlins film in the film, and then like the film stops, and Hulk Hogan has to get the Gremlins to start the film up again. I mean, it is just brilliant. I mean, it's just so funny because of how bad it is in a way. I mean, they literally just must have got on one page and just written "Go Mental" and sent that in as a script, because it's just like. In fact, Denzel said, it sounds like they've said to the fans of the first film, send us your ideas for the second film. They just used all of them. But I did really enjoy it. It brought me back to when I was a kid, and I used to watch it all the time. And just because it was so ridiculous, it was funny, you know. But it isn't really a great film. It's and Gizmo spends most of the film just being tied up and tortured. Actually, he only gets like about a minute of kind of hero time in it, and he's probably being Rambo. Yeah, that was great. You know, over the top, but you know, really, really cool. And yeah, I think Gizmo was probably, if you weighed it up, Gizmo was probably not in the film that long. Apart from just shots of him just like, just looking sad and, you know, and cute. But no, I really enjoyed it. I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10. Just because it's just so ridiculous, you know. I did spend most of the film going, wow, I forgot that happened. Like, there's a Gremlin who's just electricity, and they capture him in a phone. And then you see like the little electric Gremlin in the little screen. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, your thoughts, Connie?
Well, like you said when we were watching it, it's almost like somebody just sent in loads of like, I don't know, like, oh, you should do this. You should have something that has to do with the Rambo. You should have something that has to do with Batman. Did you say that thing?
No. Well, there's a Gremlin who grows wings.
That becomes like it drinks its bat serum, and the brain Gremlin inserts genetic sunblock into him, and so he can go out in the sunlight. So he flies through the wall and leaves the Batman logo.
Like a perfect Batman logo.
Yeah, perfect Batman logo. And he goes out, and then he attacks one of the men that was in the first movie. That went kind of nuts because of the whole...
Yeah, the old guy.
Yeah, the old guy. And the old guy puts him in cement. He tries to fly off, flies on his church, and becomes like a perfect gremlin statue.
Gargoyle.
Yeah. A lot of like weird stuff like that. Also, the gremlins drinking. They can't do water. How can they drink? And
the musical number at the end.
yeah, New York, and then you have Transvestite, where there's like a perfect music number where she goes, oh, oh, like that, whatever. It's so weird. And then where the ending is just mental.
Oh well, yeah, it's definitely
like where she walks up in a wedding dress, in the toilet, where that guy who he falls in love with or whatever, and she's like, massive lips, right? And then he's like, and then you see him fading.
He slides down, yeah.
Slides down like people do before, you know.
And that's the actual end of the film.
Yeah.
Mental.
Her going,
and him going, why not?
Yeah. So
another thing, I didn't realise that Christopher Lee was in this film. I was like, what? Yeah, oh, what was your rating for this? And
what
quick,
was your rating?
6. And quick, because the battery's going to run out.
8.
8?
Yeah.
Because you really enjoy it? Oh, Lily! Get off! Oh, she nearly cancelled my upload. That little cat. Something else I was going to say. No, I've forgotten it. Okay, so there we are. Gremlins 2. Thanks for watching.